Hello students, good morning. I am Prem Gupta, your English teacher. Dear students, in the previous classes we were discussing the chapter 10 of English grammar, in which we were discussing the definition of pronoun and kinds of pronoun. Dear students, in the previous class I have told you that what is pronoun, in which I have told that pronoun is a word that is used at the place of noun or instead of noun. Pronoun is a word that we use as at the place of noun. Dear students, I had also given the home examples. For example, I have told you that Leela is a girl. Leela is a dancer. This is one sentence. She dances well. She dances well. Dear students, this is your sentence. There are two sentences. Leela is dancer and she dances well. Leela dances well. Leela dances well. Dear students, there are two sentences. Leela is a dancer. Leela dances well. Dear students, we use pronoun to avoid repetition of noun. Dear students, in these two sentences, it is written here Leela is dancer. Leela is a dancer. That is noun. And here again, the word Leela is noun. Dear students, to avoid repetition, we use pronoun at the place of noun. So, at the place of noun, at the place of Leela, we can use here the word she. The word she is pronoun and the meaning is same. Leela is dancer, she dances well. Okay. So on the basis of definition, we can say that on the basis of this example, we can say that we use pronoun to avoid repetition of noun. We use pronoun. Pronoun is a word that we use at the place of noun or instead of noun. You can see the example. Leela is a dancer. She dances well. In this sentence, the word she is pronoun. Okay, students, I hope that you all have understood what is pronoun. Pronoun is a word that we use instead of a noun. That is so simple. Dear students, in the kinds name, I have told you there are so many kinds. Personal pronoun, possessive pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, reflexive pronoun, emphasizing pronoun, reciprocal pronoun. There are so many pronouns. There are 10 kinds of pronoun. But in your book, it is given only 7-8 kinds of pronoun that you have to read. Dear students, in the previous classes, we have read the personal pronoun as well as the demonstrative pronoun. Okay, students, in the personal pronoun, I have told you that it stands for 3 persons. It stands for persons and things. And it also stands for 3 persons, first person, second person and third person. And in the demonstrative pronoun, I have told you that the word this, these, that, those. These 4 words we use as a demonstrative pronoun to point out something. The pronoun which is used to point out something, to show something, that is known as demonstrative pronoun. Okay, there are 4 words that I have already told you. This, that, these, those. These words we use as a demonstrative pronoun. Okay, students, example you have written in your notebook, and those who did not attend the previous class can watch the previous video at my YouTube channel. Okay, students, so today we will discuss the third kind that is very important, that is interrogative pronoun. Okay, students, that is interrogative pronoun. So just put the heading interrogative pronoun. Okay, students, just put the heading interrogative pronoun. Just see third, interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronouns. Students, just put the heading interrogative pronouns in your notebook. Just see what is interrogative pronoun. Dear students, the word, the pronouns that we use to ask the question. The pronoun that we use to ask the question, that is known as interrogative pronouns. And what are they? What, which, whose. There are so many interrogative words that we use to ask the question. That is interrogative pronoun. Just write down about it. What is demonstrative pronoun? Okay, students. You see. Just write down in pronouns that we use. Pronouns that we use to ask questions. Ask questions. The students, I am writing here. To ask questions are called interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronoun. Okay. Pronouns that we use to ask the question are called interrogative pronouns. Okay, students, just write down. And there are so many words that we use to ask the question. You can also write from the next line. What, which, who, whose, whom, whose, whom, whose, whom. Just see. What, which, who, whose, whom, how. Are used as interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronouns. Okay, students, just see. What, the word what, which, who, whose, whom, and how. These words we use to ask the question. Therefore, that is also known as interrogative pronoun. Okay, students. So just write about it. What is interrogative pronoun? Interrogative pronouns are those which we use to ask the questions. And these are the words that we use to ask the question. Okay. What, what, which, who, whose, whom, how. Okay. These words we use to ask the question. Therefore, that is interrogative pronouns. Okay, students, you can also write the example. There are so many examples. Let's see. Example. Which is your file? Which is your file? Which is your file? Your file. F-I-L-E. Okay, just see. Which is your file? In this sentence, the word which is used to ask the question. Therefore, that is interrogative pronoun. Okay, students, just write down. And one more example you can also write. What is the name of that boy? What is the name of that boy? Okay, students, just see. In the first example, the word which is interrogative pronoun, and in the second example, the word what is interrogative pronoun. Okay, students, and these two words are used to ask the question, therefore that is interrogative pronoun. And you all have understood what is interrogative pronoun, the pronoun that we use to ask the question, that is known as interrogative pronoun. And these are the words what, which, who, whose, whom, how, etc. These words we use to ask the question, therefore that is interrogative pronoun. Okay, students, so just write about it. What is interrogative pronoun? Okay, students, I hope that you all have understood. If you have any kind of doubts, you can ask on WhatsApp. Okay, students, after completing it, you may put the heading, the fourth, that is reflexive pronoun. Okay, students, just put the heading reflexive pronoun. Okay, I hope that you all have written, therefore I am going to erase it. You see, put the next heading, reflexive pronoun. Okay, students, just see, reflexive pronoun, that is 4. Reflexive pronoun. Yes, students, just put the heading reflexive pronoun. What is reflexive pronoun? Just write about it. What is reflexive pronoun? Reflexive pronouns are those. Reflexive pronouns are those reflexive pronouns are those pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are those pronouns in which action actions done by the subject reflects upon it. Reflects upon it. They are formed by, just see, the reflexive pronouns are those pronouns in which actions done by the subject. Reflexive pronouns are those in which actions are done by the subject. For example, I have completed the work myself. Dear students, in this, how do we form reflexive pronoun? We add self, S-E-L-F, or selves, S-E-L-V-E-S, to make the reflexive pronoun. You can see, just see, they are formed by, adding self. Adding self. S-E-L-F. By adding self or selves. S-E-L-V-E-S. By adding self or selves to the personal pronoun. To the personal pronoun. To the personal pronoun. Personal pronoun. Okay, students, just see how do we form reflexive pronoun? By adding self or selves to the personal pronoun. Okay, for example, my is there, it becomes myself. Okay, them is there, themselves. Your is there, yourselves. Okay, in this way we can make reflexive pronoun. But how do we use? Which action done by the subject, and it shows that here the action is done by the subject. Okay, there is very little difference between reflexive pronoun and emphasizing pronoun that you will read after that. Okay, first you write about it. Reflexive pronouns are those pronouns in which actions are done by the subjects upon it. They are formed by adding self or selves. Okay, there are so many words that we use: myself, ourself, yourself. Okay, himself, herself, etc. are the reflexive pronouns. For example you can write, students. Just add on example. Just see the examples. I hurt myself. I hurt myself. I hurt myself. Okay, the word myself is here reflexive pronoun. The definition says that action done by the subject. Here the action, what is subject here? That is subject. Here the action done by the subject. What? I hurt myself. Okay, just see. I hurt myself in this sentence. The word myself is reflexive pronoun because here the action has been done by the subject. And how do we form reflexive pronoun? By adding self or S-E-L-V-E-S, selves. Okay, one more example we can see. That is first example. That is another example. Kamala made a cake. Kamala made a cake for herself. For herself. Students, in this sentence, the word herself is a reflexive pronoun because here the action done by the Kamala, by the subject. Okay, students. So you write this example. I hurt myself in this sentence. The word myself is reflexive pronoun, and Kamala made a cake for herself. In this sentence, the word herself is reflexive pronoun because here in these two sentences the action has been done by the subject, and we have also formed myself by adding to the personal pronoun, that is my and that is her. These are personal pronoun in which we have added here what? Self. Okay, S-E-L-F. It becomes reflexive pronoun. Okay, students, so just write about it. What is reflexive pronoun? Students, reflexive pronouns are those pronouns in which actions done by the subject reflect upon it. They are formed by adding self or selves to the personal pronoun. Example you have written, I hurt myself. In the sentence, the word myself is reflexive pronoun. Kamala made a cake for herself. In this sentence, the word herself is reflexive pronoun. Okay, students, I hope that you all have understood and written, and after completing it, you will put the heading emphasizing pronoun. Okay, students, just see. Dear students, I want to tell you that if I have written here, I myself, when we emphasis on the subject, then that would be the emphasizing pronoun. For example, you can see in this example, I myself hurt. Okay, he herself made a cake. Okay, and that in emphasizing pronoun, that emphasizing pronoun occurs just after the subject. Okay, students, so first you write down, then you could understand very well. Just write down fifth heading, that is emphasizing pronoun. Okay, dear students, if you have any kind of doubts, you can ask on WhatsApp. Okay, just see fifth heading, you see emphasizing pronoun. Emphasizing pronoun. Okay, students, just write down the heading emphasizing pronoun. Emphasizing pronoun. The pronouns which are used, the pronouns I think it is visible. Yes, the pronouns which are used with just see, students, the pronouns which are used with a noun or pronoun, a noun or pronoun. Students, I am writing here. Just see, the pronoun which are used with a noun or pronoun for emphasis, emphasis means, dear students, जोर दे के कहना कोई बात, ठीक है. Just see, emphasis are called just see, the pronouns which we use with a noun or pronoun for emphasis are called emphasizing pronoun. Are called emphasizing pronoun or emphasizing pronoun. Okay, just see, the pronouns which are used with a noun or pronoun for emphasis are called emphasizing pronoun. Okay, students, just write about it, emphasizing pronoun. And same, how do we form? By adding self, S-E-L-F, or selves, S-E-L-V-E-S. Okay, how do we form emphasizing pronoun? The same as we form in the reflexive pronoun, but there is difference. There is very slight difference that here we emphasis on the noun or pronoun. Okay, and we use the emphasizing pronoun just after the subject. Okay, just see example. Dear students, you can see the example. I myself refuse to go to function. First example, I. Dear students, you can see that is subject, and just after, for emphasizing on the subject, we are using here emphasizing pronoun I myself. Okay, just see, I myself refused. Refuse means मना कर देना. Refused to go to the function. Okay, just see here, just after the subject we are getting the emphasizing pronoun, and it also emphasizes on the subject. Okay, I myself refuse to go to the function. In this sentence, the word myself is emphasizing pronoun. Another example you can see, he himself. He himself studies carefully. Studied carefully. Okay, students, just see, he himself studied carefully. In this sentence, the word himself is emphasizing pronoun, and it is also used just after the subject he, and it also emphasizes on the subject he. Okay, students, so just write about it. What is emphasizing pronoun? The pronouns which are used with a noun or pronoun for emphasis are called emphasizing pronoun. Example you have seen, I myself refuse to go to the function. In this sentence, the word myself is used to emphasize on the subject I, therefore that is emphasizing pronoun. And in the another sentence, he himself studied carefully. In this sentence, the word himself is emphasizing pronoun because it emphasizes on the subject he. Okay, students, so I hope that you all have understood what is emphasizing pronoun and difference between the reflexive and emphasizing pronoun. There is a very slight difference. Okay, and in this emphasis pronoun, we use the emphasis pronoun just after the subject to emphasis upon that. Okay, students. Yes, students, if you have any kind of doubts in interrogative pronoun, in reflexive pronoun, in emphasizing pronoun, you can ask on WhatsApp. Okay, students, that's all for today. Thank you.